Wow, there's lots of things happening. What a bad job by me at life. Turn off, Deno. Turn off all your dumb things. Yes. Well done. Chels. It's a wonderful effort from me. Great work. Great stuff. Hello, friends. Good evening. And welcome. We're here to paint some toy soldiers. I'm just trying to decide on a few things for this little piece. Yeah, just kicking some goals. Boons, boons, boons. This is a furniture leg from Bunnings. How good's that? Costs like $4. I'm not sure if gravestones are really in keeping with this guy. Got a lot of gravestones though. Maybe a little fucking thing. Yeah, I got quite a few really interesting ones. So, bit of fun. So yeah, sometimes I'll just see if inspiration strikes whilst looking through my little box of goodies. Lots of interesting little bits, but I'm actually running low on stuff. We may have to look into going on a stick collection walk. Bit of stick collection. Not really sure what I'm looking for at this point. Got a lot of weird things like, oh, this is interesting. Does that fit? Not really. Could sort of be a portal, I guess. Portal type thing. Bought some earrings from the shop the other day when I went there with my girlfriend. This is always good. I'm screaming right above you. Dream a little dream of me. Sometimes it just doesn't work and you're left just sticking with the basics. Those are actually interesting. I don't remember what that's from. I think it might be from a radio. G'day, Bailder. Let's see if any of these suit, hey? Well, I'm glad to have you here. Hopefully I can make it interesting. Most of the time they're fucking shit boring, gotta tell ya. Yes, if you don't know, this guy looks like this. Cool little chap. And then he's got a little bat friend, so we're just preparing him for painting. Ah, Craig Zog. Some good quality commentary from you at times. There's often also absolute trash, but every so often, good quality commentary. I finished season 2 of The Boys. It's a fun show. It's a doesn't miss you graphically. Hits you pretty hard sometimes with the violence. Just watched the first, or some of the first episode of season 3, and yeah, it's one of the things I never thought I would see on television is in that first episode. If you haven't seen it, g'day Simon. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it involves a very small man, and that is all I will say. Yeah, this little guy, look at him. I'd be surprised if you didn't. It's going to remain scarred in my retina for some time. I am not going to forget that moment for quite a while. Alright. We got two strong hearts reaching out together like a honey and the bee. You and me. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but that very rarely stops me. Yeah, I think it's from Found Miniatures is the thing that jumps into my head. He did a little dude riding a bat as well, which I enjoyed. How far out does this other wing extend, Deno? It's a question. Okay, so we probably need to be a little back. Alright. So do we go this angle for a change? Yeah, that could work, Deno. Let's try that. Let's try it out, eh? Absolutely. I got some of this. This is aluminium rod. Very good. Very good stuff. Oh no, I need to swap me Dremel. So yeah, interesting week last week, friends. For those who missed yesterday's stream, I did find out, unfortunately, that I will be no longer required at my place of employment, which is a place I've been at for 20 years. So I'm coming to terms with that on the job hunt. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. I don't think I did too much wrong throughout my time with the company. So, you know, I feel like I've built some good relationships and all that sort of stuff. But oh no, Deno, what are you doing? Sometimes you do the dumbest shit, you know. Just absolute peanut. Yesterday's stream, I painted a little Kingdom Death girl, finished her off yesterday, and also whipped through another one as well. So having a productive painting time at the moment, which is nice. I've got another one that we're going to probably try and finish off tonight once I finish this bad boy. This is my girlfriend's favourite stuff. Need it. Smells tragic. Need it. Just need it. Bow, wow, 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 wow. There you go. It's very, very rare for me to get a miniature manufacturer wrong. It has happened, but it's very rare. Exactly. Need it. Just need it. Let's just glue that bad boy in. Interesting, don't I? Some of your best work, mate. G'day, Antique Inkwell. This kind of looks like a bit of a weird totem pole-like thing, which I quite like. So that is quite cool. G'day, Chibi 92. Alrighty. Little earrings. I don't know, I quite like that. Thought I might be able to use that for something. Just a little decorative thing maybe. Let's try. Maybe. I've been to a couple of op shops with my girlfriend. She loves op shopping. She loves going to op shops, and so I trundle over to the toys and games section and knick-knack sections, and every now and then I find something. It's actually a real banger of an idea. So, all right. I'll just trim that little section off. We'll drill into this guy. Very boring tonight so far, friends, but I'm sure it'll get more interesting. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I should show some models. We've got two new people. I'm sure Chibi and Antique Inkwell would love to see Camelot. Here you go. Enjoy. Alright, so when Camelot finishes, now, that's what we're looking at the moment. So we've used this, hello Plank, we've used this angle down to just create a little bit of eye line coming down here which is nice. And they fit on the space nicely. So that works. I may just now, does it need anything else? Do we like this little thing? Don't know. Does that do anything for us? Not really. Not really. How about this? Does that do anything for us? Interesting shape. I'm not sure. I'm inclined to say maybe? Let's try snipping this bad boy. If anyone's interested in getting into Marvel Crisis Protocol, by the way, I've decided to sell my collection, so my Marvel Crisis Protocol collection is currently available for sale. Feel free to send me a message if you'd like more information. Don't know what that is, but I'm actually okay with that. Yep, I think that works. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I will accept part payment. Come on, Jano! Fuck. Indeed, yes. But not the entirety. Maybe just, 70%. I'd accept 70% from you. Cool. Don't know what it is, but it works. Let's get some rocks out of my rock drawer. G'day, Al. Darren, mate. Look, I know that this just comes from a place of jealousy. And so I accept. If you are hoping that I'm your real dad, I'm not. But you can always call me Daddy, Darren. We're back for games tomorrow night, mate, aren't we? At long last. At long last. we're back for games. Yeah, been a month for you. Hasn't been a month for me, but I still have missed the comfortable and familiar surrounds of your residence. Yeah. This will be an outdoorsy type environment, so we'll need some room for shrubberies. I want a shrubbery. I reckon that'll just about do us with this. Two little guys hanging out, being best friends. Got an interesting bit of negative space. I like it. And then this little wing goes like so. So it comes out over the front. We could potentially bring him over more. So, yep, I like it. All right, well, back into the rocks drawer you go. I want a shrubbery. I haven't watched that movie in probably 20 years maybe. Absolutely one of my favourite films when I was a young man. Adored it. I'll just show you this. One day I've really got to find a project to use this for. I've really got to use this somewhere. I haven't found the right project. One day. Alright, what I'm going to do, man, my hands are covered in glue for some reason. I've absolutely cooked that. Let's just vacuum this stuff. We might just scoop it in. Give it a little scoopy. Alright, here's this girl I did. She's a bit of fun. Crossbow girl. Pew, pew. And then here's this other girl that we've started but have a fair way to go. Used a nice pastel violet on her cloak there. Feels very nice actually. Pastel violet from Scale Fantasy, Scale, no? AK, third generation. That's a fun little couple of dudes, isn't it? So I ordered a new board game this week, friends. I really should be not spending money in my current circumstances, but I'm a big fan of this particular company. I really like their games. I've really loved pretty much every game of theirs they've ever done, and this one feels like a really easy one that I'm gonna love. So it's a company called Chip Theory Games. They make my probably one of my favourite games of all time, which is called Too Many Bones. If you haven't played that, great game. Absolutely one of my favourites. And so they recently released a it's not a little treat, mate. It costs a fair chunk. They recently released a Game Found Kickstarter. When I say recently, it was like 2 years ago. For a game called The Elder Scrolls. Now, I've never played The Elder Scrolls, right? Never played it. No idea anything about it. I believe it's like Skyrim or something. Skyrim or Morrowind. I'm not sure. I think they're all the same. I think they're all the same universe. So this is a adventure game set in the universe of Elder Scrolls, which I like a lot. And so the actual Kickstarter was 2022, and I bought in this week. But the good news is it's a late pledge, and it's shipping next month. So it looks like quite an appealing combination of a lot of games that Chip Theory have done. So they made a game called Hoplomachus, which I played on my channel, which is like a gladiatorial combat game. And then obviously Too Many Bones. So it looks like it's going to be just fantastic. I'm not really up to speed on the world of the Elder Scrolls, but if it's anything like generic fantasy, I'm sure it will be perfect for me. Because you can give me anything with elves and dwarves and I'm absolutely in. But yeah, mechanically the game looks like a lot of the Chip Theory games, the way that they structure their games, but it looks like an evolution of, all their games, which I'm sure is not at all surprising that a company would evolve their game design capabilities. Warhammer Fantasy Army. I'm unlikely to do a Warhammer Fantasy Army, mate. I will say this though. That the Lucas Pena painted, or the Lucas Pena Dwarf Army that he released a few months ago that I foolishly elected not to purchase. That would have been my Warhammer army. That would have been my army, and I really truly regret not jumping on that. So if you're wondering what's happening, I've used PVA glue to adhere this stuff, and then I've hit it with some isopropyl alcohol, and then this is more PVA that's just watered down to try and create a very sturdy base that is unlikely to suffer too much. And that'll do us for that. Delightful. It's going to stay here. It's my turn in Through the Ages. It's going to let you all experience Through the Ages with me. If you haven't played Through the Ages and you're not really much of a web guy or a games guy, this is Through the Ages. I've been playing this game, I reckon, 6 years. It's unbelievable. It's my turn, last turn of the game. Can I attack Tobes? I can! Fuck you, Tobes! Alright, what do I want to steal from him? Do I want to get more rocks? What is it? United Nations. For each blue. I'm not going to be able to build it unless I smash him with rocks. Yeah, we'll have to. We'll go and do it now, Daz. We'll go and have a look now, mate. I'm sure we're set up for that. I don't want to do impact of government. Impact of population. So we'll... How much can I steal from Tobes? 8. Okay, you finished on 100. How did you finish on 194, you fuck? You fuck. I can't research multimedia. I can't do anything with that. I'm just in denial mode at this point. So... I think that's actually our best option. We'll steal some culture. I know he can't fucking do it. I looked at his hand, you pests. Just let me fucking play on. Ridiculous. Ridiculous game. Alright, let's have a look at Solium Infernum, eh? Yeah, Daz has been telling me to get on this for a while. Window capture. Yep. This doesn't show anything. Not okay, does it? I don't think so. There we go. Below the chat box. Solium Infernum. Why do you think I like this, Darren? Digital TI has me very interested. Very interested indeed. There's a demo. Alright, I'll download the demo. Snake Eyes. 19 years of service. You're an old man. Did you know that, Darren? Alright, cool. Digital TI sounds good. Let's try finish painting this girl. Went for a run today for the first time in a little while. Feeling it. Absolutely gassed. Alright. So, just some skin tone stuff, Deno. So this trick comes from the Echoes of Death series. There are 4 Echoes of Death boxes released. This one is from Echoes of Death 1, and she is called the Holy Mage. And her her recent incarnation that actually got released at Gen Con a couple of weeks ago has a very cool concept. It's called Legendary Character Glow. And so Glow, is the name of the character, is also a Holy Mage. And they give you a collection of 4 models that you use to represent Glow as she levels up through the game. So she can start out with just like a very basic version, and then she gets equipment as she levels up, which is quite a cool concept. They do some great stuff, this game, really do. Let's try that. So yeah, the concept of her character is that as she levels up, she gains access to insight patterns, which are like patterns that are ideas, flashes of inspiration that the characters have as they're trundling along. I dropped this, by the way, and I only just realised that I've lost this little bit from it, so it had a little thing. That's alright. Yeah, so regular followers of my stream of painting these girls would know that I like to do a little airbrush at the end, which I think really harmonises and ties everything together in a nice way. So that's what we're working towards at the moment. She's going to have black hair, I think. been unusual coming back to this scale after, probably not really painting anything of this scale since MCP, which was just on 2 years ago now. Yeah, to come back to small girls, it's definitely a challenge. I think this one's going to come together when I do the airbrush. Just dry that off. Hard to take the colors they made of. Plenty more fish in the sea. But you got to walk away now. It's over. Bit of the streets, dinner. Bringing it back. What colour is this girl's lighting? It's more green. And a bit of blue. Dark blue. Alright. I was excited tonight. I thought I'd have lots to talk about, but as it turns out, I don't have a lot to talk about. Other than talking about the boys, or talking about Kingdom Death. I mean, I suppose I could talk about the new game I just set up and that I'm going to record next. That I'm going to be jumping off stream in a little bit to try and learn the rules of. Frosthaven. Yeah, so there was a very successful game a few years ago. G'day 25th Cam. Called Gloomhaven. Great game. It's #1 ranked game in the world on BGG for quite a few years. It's since been dethroned. I think it's down to #3 now. But yeah, it was actually a game that I probably kickstarted my love of board gaming in a massive way. I played the absolute shit out of it. Incredible game, incredible game. Haha. It is good to see Aussies in the hobby space. Oh, my Solium Infernum download is ready to play. Great. Yeah, I played Gloomhaven with my good friend Koki. We played through the whole campaign. Amazing. Actually, probably cemented my my transition away from miniature games to mostly board games. There's a lot of things about it, Craigsog. I don't know if you know much about the game, Gloomhaven. It's a dungeon crawler, but the mechanically it's a lot more similar to a Euro. There's it's card driven play. There's no dice. There's a deck that you draw from to create randomization, and so it's a very 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 mechanically robust experience, which is the first thing that appeals. But the thing that absolutely hooked me more than anything else was this sense of discovery and exploration. So it's a legacy campaign game. So as you complete scenarios, you unlock more scenarios and more locations that you can visit, and you actually retire characters. Yeah, so every character has their own personal goal, and as you progress through the campaign, characters will actually achieve their personal goal, and they'll just be like, "All right, then, guys, it's been real. I'm out," and they'll disappear, and you can't use that character anymore. But their retirement will unlock a new character mechanically. So there's 14 or something sealed boxes in the game. You have no idea what characters they are or what they do, and the only way to unlock them is to actually play the game. And well, I mean, you could obviously, if you wanted to, you could just open up the fucking boxes, right? No one's going to stop you. It's your game. Yeah, it's an amazing experience, right? Because you're working through this story, um, and your characters are leaving, and then as you're leaving, you're unlocking improvements to the town of Gloomhaven. So yeah, my friend Koki and I, we played through the whole thing, and we had just a wonderful experience. It was amazing. But yeah, so it was the number one game on BGG for a while, and then they released the sequel, which was called Frosthaven. Yep, a lot of time. So in Frosthaven, you actually have a whole town phase. In the first one, you had like a little sticker map which told you a couple of things, but really there was not a lot of changes to the town, as it were. You had a prosperity level, and as your prosperity level would go up, it would unlock different items and stuff, and your prosperity would influence a few other things, but very rarely did it have a big impact on the game. Well, Frosthaven has a whole city morale. It has buildings that you level up, and need to spend your resources on doing that. You need to level up the wall, the defenses, your barracks. You can recruit soldiers to help protect you when this town gets attacked. All of these various little things that add to the complexity and nuance of the parts other than the exploration and stuff. So I'm not sure if they're doing a digital Frosthaven. I mean, based on the success of the other one, you would have to think that they would. Right? It'd be crazy for them not to. I haven't been following to see if it's in development or anything. They did Jaws of the Lion as well, so it's like definitely going to happen. Yeah, so you have minis on a map, but another, I guess, departure from a lot of other games that were popular at the time was the enemies didn't have miniatures. The enemies just had little standees, little cardboard standees. So you had a miniature to represent your character, and then just standees. And it was actually quite good because very few people, not a criticism, but very few people paint their figures. And so you lose a little bit of immersion. However, seeing the little standees with the coloured artwork and stuff on them was awesome. But yeah, you have a full hexagonal map that you're exploring around, and they actually turn. If you're interested in the game, mate, you should go and they did a digital version of Gloomhaven, which is basically a 1-for-1 port of the game, and it's also outstanding. So I fell in love with Gloomhaven. I played the shit out of it, and then packed it up, and then they released the digital version, and I played through it again. I played the campaign a second time. Got to play with other people, including the great Whaley. We got to play online, which was unreal. So yeah, Gloomhaven is next on my table. I'm going to do a recording of my playthrough, hopefully. Yeah, KDM could absolutely benefit from doing that, but and I'll give them credit where credit's due. The guy who designs the game, he doesn't want that. Like he just wants crazy minis. Like he releases stuff just because he wants to make cool minis. Like that's a big part of his business model and operation. So as someone who's painted many Kingdom Death models, I support this approach. But it is g'day fat kebabs. Things are well. But yeah, it's certainly an expensive one for collectors of the Kingdom Death world, such as myself. Which message did you send me, fat kebabs? Was it on this Twitch? Oh, hey Cole. Oh yeah, no, I saw yesterday. I haven't checked. I haven't checked my work phone for a couple of days, mate. We're in a weird time. I don't know. I haven't played the Xbox version, mate, so I can't say. But the computer version is absolutely sensational. So, yeah, I'd have no hesitation in recommending that. It's because I'm a popular Trent, mate. Phone's just trying to do you a solid. Alright, well, I don't think we need to do too much more to this girl. She's unlikely to get a lot of use. I'm such a novice when it comes to like consoles and them in general. Like the last time I played a console was at Koki's house. You had a game called Fall Guys that his kids were playing, and Big Dano said, "I'll have a go at that, thank you very much." Sat down, and like an hour went by. So we're just running these little jelly beans into each other and doing dumb shit. That was about 3 years ago, I reckon. And that would be the last time I played a console since fucking high school almost. Good fun though. We're playing for like an hour, and I think I might have got first one time. Not like out of everything, but like first in one of the events, and I was so chuffed. It's like, this is the best. I'm a fucking Fall Guys superstar. Next challenge. First fucking person bumped off the edge of the cliff. No, cool game. Anyway, Gloomhaven. Very, very much recommend Gloomhaven as an experience that can show you what modern board games are like. It's a wild time. Like, you really experience so much cool stuff. And yeah, Frosthaven's supposed to have taken that storyline and improved it, but unfortunately, I haven't played it. I haven't had much of an opportunity to play that with my friend Koki, and so I whipped it out over the weekend, and I said, you know what, I'm going to play it. It's time for some Frosthaven. So I'll record some Frosthaven, and we'll see how we go. It's all waiting for the next Kingdom Death expansion to come out anyway. Was actually supposed to be this year. The next one, but I don't know if it will be. Now, I think they're probably going to miss end of the year, but should be early next year. Glue some grass down, friends. Probably going to wrap it up there. I don't really feel like starting something new. Everything just needs to dry. Cool. Two girls. Pew pew. Alright friends, I'm going to wrap it up. I know it's only a very, very short stream, but we're feeling okay. I'll show some of the other King of Death models I might paint, but we're probably gonna move over to this Goblin guy, I think. These ones are called the 10th Anniversary Survivors. I already did one for my recent campaign. You may recognise this guy from the recent Ninjon video where he used that guy. That is 10th Anniversary Zachary. Alistair? Alistair. Yeah, that's Alistair. That's Zachary. And this is Lucy. Yeah, how mad is he? Whoa. He's an absolute behemoth. Lucy with the twin daggers. That's a fantastic pose, I reckon. I reckon that's just got Mad Dog all over it. This one, which is the 4th in the Echoes of Death. 3 or something. I've painted 3 of the other ones. I just haven't painted this one. So painting her will give me a full Echoes of Death completed. Maybe I'll put some static sand on there. And then this girl, pretty cool actually. Scythe chick. Necromancer. And this chick's from the new Survivors of Death box with guitars. So I want to finish her. I want to paint her rather. And then we'll do the rest of those. Probably try and do those this week. Maybe I'll do them, and I'll just keep preparing this guy for painting because I need to do some gap filling and stuff. The Kingdom Death sculpts are incredible. I think I had I had a real revelatory experience the other night when I was looking at my Kingdom Death, and I just thought to myself, I've painted all the monsters and it's awesome and it looks so cool, and then I've got like 500 survivors that just have not had a lick of paint, and I just use the same like 7 models, and it's a real shame because some of them are delightful, and why not paint them and then have a cool collection of those as well. We'll grab the sand. We'll put it on this chick. This stuff is sandy paste from Liquitex. You can actually buy it at Officeworks, would you believe? And yeah, creates a nice sandy texture. I've used it on all my Kingdom Death bases. Yeah, it depends which supplies. Paintbrushes pretty hard to come by, good ones, but I've recently really enjoyed the Artist Opus brushes, and so I'll probably order direct from them where I can, or I'll just tap them on the shoulder and say, give me some more free ones. Paints, I have a hobby store in Brisbane called Irresistible Force, which is not really close to my house, but it's a nice enough drive, and when I go down there I stock up on stuff. They do ship online too. They've got pretty much every paint range now, including the AK, so I can buy individual AK paints, which is very nice. Yeah, so that's brushes and paints. Glues, just Bunnings. I literally just use the cheapest super glue I can get from Bunnings. Wet palette paper is just baking paper from Coles. And it is pretty similar to the Vallejo muds, yeah, pretty similar. What else do I use? Knead It from Bunnings, Alfoil from Thingy, Flocks and Sands. B&A Model World is usually where I buy them from if I can't get them from irresistible force. So, all right, friends, that's going to do us for tonight. Nice short stream, but yeah, here's the Liquitex there, and then I also have this one. Yeah, I've also used AK Snow and AK Mud and Sand, and they're both good. So if you can't get this, this is fine. This is sort of this is more of a pasty stuff. I'm not sure how to describe the difference really. I just find you can wet this and do stuff a little bit easier. Maybe I'm just used to that one actually. Maybe it's no different. Yes, you're all wonderful. Looking forward to another glorious week of employment, whilst I still am employed. And I'll be back on Sunday, and I'm probably going to try and record some Frosthaven this week. So if you follow me YouTube channel and you enjoy watching the board game playthroughs, it'll be on there. How good's my hair going, by the way? I think we talked about the fact that I'm growing it long. As a 41-year-old man, that's a bold attempt, but it's going okay. We're getting there. All right, that's all. I'll catch you. It looks awful. I will catch you all next stream. Big Dano out. In a little while, Ponytail.